Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Heather if you're new here. Today's video is going to be an Eclipse reading vlog. If you haven't watched my other vlogs of me reading Twilight and me reading New Moon, definitely go check those out as well. I'm going to be making a video for every single book like I've been telling you guys. Super excited because not only do I have my main camera back that I've been waiting on Best Buy to fix for months, so I'm excited to film because I actually get to film with my primary camera again. I'm also super excited because apparently this is going to be the best book in the series. I'm not talking about Midnight Sun. I'm not including that when I say in the series. Apparently Midnight Sun is better than all of them. But in the series with Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn, Eclipse, so I've been told, is the best. And it better deliver. It better deliver. I need it to deliver if I'm being honest, because when I read New Moon, that book just pissed me off continually. Like I had a good time reading that book, but to be honest, the actions of everybody were driving me insane. It was addicting, but I was also like, oh my gosh, every 2 seconds. And tell me why, it's been about a week since I finished that, and I'm back to being Team Edward in my head. Jacob had me there for a second. I don't even know where I left you guys off at the end of the last video. Was I Team Edward or Team Jacob when I finished New Moon? I don't remember, but I know I was Team Jacob for a second there. Even though in the book, Bella never actually feels feelings for Jacob, I was feeling feelings for Jacob. Because what do you mean Edward just left, was gone, and Jacob was really there for her in New Moon. But I am starting off this book back to being Team Edward. That's what I'm feeling this morning. That's what I'm feeling. The summary of this one says, Bella? Edward's soft voice came from behind me. I turned to see him spring lightly up the porch steps, his hair wind-blown from running. He pulled me into his arms at once, just like he had in the parking lot, and kissed me again. This kiss frightened me. There was too much tension, too strong an edge to the way his lips crushed mine. I just can't stop thinking about the fact that she's like kissing an ice sculpture. She always describes Edward as being so rigid and ice-like. Too strong an edge to the way his lips crushed mine. Like he was afraid we only had so much time left to us. As Seattle is ravaged by a string of mysterious killings and a malicious vampire continues her quest for revenge. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Get out of here. Get out of here. Bella once again finds herself surrounded by danger. In the midst of it all, she is forced to choose between her love for Edward and her friendship with Jacob, knowing that her decision has the potential to ignite the ageless struggle between vampires and werewolves. With her graduation quickly approaching, Bella has one more decision to make, life or death, but which is which? You know what's crazy? The time span for all of these books. And I don't even really know what goes down in this book. I think the fight scene maybe happens in this. I hope the fight scene happens in this, because this from the movie lives in my head. I hope the fight scene happens in this book. Please and thank you. And also, another thing about the timeline, I cannot believe that Bella is a fiance. I cannot believe that Bella is engaged, because the stipulations that Edward had for her if she wanted to get turned into a vampire was, oh wait, you actually have to marry me if you want me to turn you into a vampire. She's so young. She's so young. And Bella had some really good points. She said, Edward, if I marry you this young, people are gonna think I got knocked up and then I just married my boyfriend young. They're gonna think I'm crazy. What are they gonna think? First off, we don't really care what the people think. It's gonna be okay. But at the same time, yeah, what are the people gonna think? And she's not gonna be knocked up because the man won't boink her. Thinks he's gonna kill her, okay? You know, at least he's not going to, because he just doesn't want to kill her. Not because he's not attracted to her. He's attracted to her a little too much. I just can't believe she's a fiance. Oh my god. Oh my god. Also, Charlie is already pissing me off, because why does he keep asking about Jacob? There's beef there. Charlie, if Bella tells you she can't be friends with Jacob, stop asking about Jacob. Stop, please. I beg. He literally is like, why don't you call Jake? Why don't you call Jacob? What happened to Jacob? You still have to be friends with Jacob. And even Bella was like, I don't like him the way he likes me. Charlie, it's not gonna work. And he's like, I think you gotta call Jacob. Chapter 5 is called Imprint. Are we about to discuss the wolves imprinting? You imprinted on my daughter? Quill imprinted on a child. Quill imprinted on a child. Authors have this little crazy thing called free will. It's so crazy. It's so crazy, you know? This ability and freedom that you have to write anything. Anything. And I know it's not necessarily a romantic, as Jacob describes imprinting. It is just like you will do any and everything for that person. And he was saying how Quill is to this little girl, because she's a little girl, he is like her older brother that will do anything for her nowadays. And then one day, he'll turn into her friend. And then one day, if something comes out of that, and I'm just like, I still don't like it. And I think it's weird. Dare I say, it's weird!
The Volturi do not break rules. Besides, it's much too sloppy. This person...
Good morning. Let's make some breakfast while I listen to a little bit of Eclipse on audio this morning. I'm really picky about the cookware that I use just to give me peace of mind. I've been loving my pans that I have from Caraway. They're my favorite. I'm obsessed with them. I have the cookware set. It comes with a saute pan, a fry pan, a Dutch oven, and a saucepan. Plus lids for all of them. And lid holders, which I have yet to hang because I don't know where to hang it in my apartment, but this is a perfect little thing that holds them and can hang. Again, I have the set. Getting it in a set is cheaper than buying them individually. I believe it saves you around 20%, which is a lot. 97% of Americans have PFAS, which is a toxic chemical found in traditional non-stick cookware like Teflon in their blood. And 95% of home goods are made with that or Teflon. Caraway's cookware is made with ceramic, which is a big reason why I love it. It's all natural, free of toxins, and it just gives me peace of mind when I'm cooking in it. I really do love it. And it's non-stick, which is another big reason why I love it. Again, Caraway's pans use a ceramic coating, which is a naturally slick surface and is 100% non-toxic. That means you can use minimal oil or butter and get those slide off the pan eggs, which I'm having right now. It also makes cleaning up so much easier. These pans make an incredible holiday gift for any of you that are starting your holiday shopping early. They also make a great gift for yourself. I really do love them, like, a lot. I love them a lot. I also have them in black and gold and love. Caraway's not gonna have any extra Black Friday or pre-Christmas sales. So now is the perfect time to get a cookware set from them. And they're offering their biggest sale of the year right now. So you can get up to 20% off. You will also get a free Graza Frizzle spray on all orders exclusive to just my audience. And at the highest tier, you will also get a free Caraway bar set, their brand new launch, which I also got and I love. Thank you, Caraway, for sponsoring today's video. I am a big fan of your products. And now let's get back into the Eclipse reading blog. I have written down some key points in the book that I have gotten through so far. Let's go through some of the things that I have written down. First, I'm in love with you, Bella, said Jacob. Jacob telling her she has options. And that's why he said, I'm in love with you, Bella. Jacob did not just kiss her. Quote, his lips forced mine open. Jasper was a Confederate soldier. Charlie's pissing me off with still being Team Jacob. Bella saying she has to be at the clearing. Bella pissing me off trying to get Edward to not fight with the others at the clearing. And then lastly, I put, no means no. No means no. I'm pretty far into the book. I am on chapter 21. Done a bit of reading. yesterday, and then this morning listened to a little bit of the audiobook while I was crocheting, and then read a little bit more, and probably finish it tomorrow, maybe. So many things are aggravating me, but I have to kind of put myself in 17-year-old me's shoes when I'm reading this, because I know for a fact 17-year-old me would have ate this up, but I can't help with feeling a little about these that we're gonna go through. So the first one that I mentioned, I'm in love with you, Bella, Jacob. Jacob went through this whole spiel with Bella, just saying like, hey, I want you to know you have options. If that man over there being Edward, up, I'm here. Before he kissed her, I was like, you know what? A man who kind of yearns. I'm still not Team Jacob, but do your thing, Jacob, do your thing. But then he kissed her without her consent. This whole entire scene pissed me off. Again, with the authors having this thing called free will. He kissed her without her consent. She punched him in the face. Go Bella for punching him in the face. She broke her hand punching him in the face because he's a werewolf and he can't really be hurt by a little human like Bella. Broke her hand. She goes downstairs. Charlie's like, what happened to your hand? She's like, I punched Jake in the face. And he's like, Jake, what'd you do? And Jake's like, oh, I kissed her. And Charlie's like, good for you, man. But then a little bit later, Charlie is like, Bella, I'm glad you punched him in the face. Like, if anybody tries to come after you without your consent, you need to know how to throw a good punch. Like, you need to know how to defend yourself. And I'm like, Charlie, where were you? Where were you when the person who kissed her without her consent, this like supposed person who would like come after her without her consent, was in your house? Charlie, where was this gusto when Jacob was right there? The whole sentence, his lips force mine open. Bella was just like a little me standing there, and he's just like, you know, going after it. Negative 10 points for Jake. Now, let's circle to this next point. Jasper was a Confederate soldier. That comes up because Jasper has to like teach all these people a little bit of combat before they fight the baby vampires, because in this book and in this storyline, the Volturi is still causing issues, and so is Victoria and her new baby vampire army. So they're going to be meeting at the clearing to fight them, and Jasper has this background as a soldier for the Confederate army. So he has to like, you know, teach the people some things. But I read that and I go, oh, they also did this in the Vampire Diaries. Damon and Stefan, I'm pretty sure, were Confederate soldiers. Oh. Bella's saying she has to be in the clearing for this fight. Bella, she is so pissed that she is not allowed to go to the clearing. Bella, you have no capabilities to help. Like, I've been team Bella. I love you, Bella, but like you have no capabilities to help. You are just going to get hurt, and then everybody's going to be focused on protecting you in that moment when like all of this is to protect you anyways. I'm trying to like calm my heart rate back down. Bella, chill out. Another thing on the whole fight at the clearing thing, Bella is pissing me off trying to get Edward not to fight with the others. It's giving selfish. Edward is your person who should be the main person fighting to protect you, Bella, and I understand, you know, where she's coming from. She doesn't want him to get hurt. She would not really be able to exist without him. This is a little bit toxic, you know? She really can't function without this man. And Edward, to compromise, is like, I'll talk to Jasper. And I'm like, that just looks bad. You're both gonna stay behind. Like, and I know Bella, I want her to stay behind. But Edward, no. Edward needs to go out there. He needs to go fight. No, Bella, you're pissing me off with that. And another thing Bella's pissing me off with, the no means no thing. Which, okay, I get Bella's point of wanting to have sex with her man before she gets turned into a vampire. Because her fear is that when she gets turned into a vampire, she won't be herself anymore. And so she wants to have sex with her man before she's potentially not herself anymore. Like, she feels the most like herself now, obviously, as a human, and she wants to be with him. I'm just talking in circles at this point. He says no over and over and over and over again, and I feel like it gets to a point where it's like, okay, Bella, it's not gonna happen. And we go through this scene. I felt like this past chapter, it was actually this last chapter that I read, chapter 20, I felt like the entire chapter was, I want to have sex. No, Bella. I want to have sex. No, Bella. I want to have sex and here's why. No, Bella. But, no, Bella. Oh my God, it felt like the entire chapter was that, and they came to a compromise. Kind of. That it just wasn't gonna be that night, but it would happen in the future. And you know what? Since I do know the basic plot lines of this book, I know doesn't she get pregnant when they do have sex? Bella, you should have just waited till you were a vampire. Anyways, that is where I am at in the book. I have to go work at the bookstore this morning, so I'm not gonna read anymore until tonight, but I get off at like 4 or 4:30. So once I get back tonight, we're gonna see how much further I can get into this book. And if you guys watched my last video, all my Christmas decor is up out there. I don't have much really. Christmas decor is just like Christmas bedding and a Christmas tree for me, but it feels so holiday-esque in my living room right now, and I just really love the vibe. So I will be back later tonight to get some more reading done through this book. Bella just asked Jacob to kiss her. What the actual hell? I was told that Bella wouldn't have feelings for Jake on a romantic level at all, but that just happened. And I know she did that so he would come back from the fight, because it was sounding for a second there like he was just trying to kill himself off. In her head, she's like, if I get him to kiss me, then he'll come back to me. Like, I can do that. But then she's like, I love you. And she says she does love Jake. She's in love with Jake too. I thought that wasn't gonna happen in the book. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Guys, it's been a bit since I've read a book that I genuinely was not having a good time. The only reason why I did not end up DNFing that book is because I wanted to be able to, like, I don't know, read the entire thing and then say, oh, I did not like that. I wanted to finish it, so I pushed through, and honestly, it was a hate read for me. I'm sorry to everybody who says that this is the best book in the series. If I'm being so honest with you, I feel like it was like Twilight. That shit was good. That shit was good. I loved it, and it feels like it's just been going downhill. There are just so many things throughout the book where I'm like, you did not have to write it like that. You could have done that differently. And it felt repetitive with so many things that were already frustrating to me. So then for those things to be repetitive, I just felt like I wanted to bang my head against a wall. The tent scene, I do remember this clip from the movie. In that scene, when Jacob has to wrap Bella in his arms because Bella needs his body heat, because she did go with them to the clearing and it's fucking freezing and she's a human. And then her boyfriend's sitting over here, just staring at him. Like, in the book, it describes him as being as far away from her as possible because he's an ice sculpture. Then Edward can read Jacob's thoughts, and Edward starts getting a little bit mad because Jacob is having some whack-ass thoughts about Bella. There was some action later in the book. It was action with the baby vampires. Jacob got hurt. Anyways, after this, have no desire to read Breaking Dawn. Everyone said that Breaking Dawn is the absolute worst out of all of them. So let me know if you think it would even be worth my time to read Breaking Dawn. I hate that these have just steadily gone downhill for me because we started off really strong. I really did like Twilight so much, but we're down here now. We can't go much further below. I don't think I will read it this year, if I'm being honest. Like, I want to read books that I enjoy. I want to read books that make me feel like I'm having a good time, you know? And that wasn't even a good hate read. Because I've hate read some books and I still had a fun time. Especially like 3/4 the way through this book, I was like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I need this to be over. I need it to be done. Alrighty, well, that is it for today's video. I wish I had positive things to say. I feel like this entire video has been so negative. I don't post that many negative, like, I don't know, many book reviews. Most of the books that I read, I'm very picky with the books that I pick, so I tend to read something that I know I'm gonna like. I did think I was gonna like this, but no. Even though I may not read Breaking Dawn, I'll watch the movie. I do think I'm still gonna read Midnight Sun because, again, that is considered the best book by Stephanie Meyer. It's like Twilight from Edward's point of view. So I don't know if I'll even read that this year. I'll probably get to it next year. That is it for today's reading vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.